Among women musicians, standing out for many years, but relatively obscure because of the instrument she plays and because of how she's always doing cutting-edge stuff, is the work of Jane Ira Bloom, here featured on a CD called 16 Sunsets. And I was introduced on this record to her piano player, who I think is absolutely stunning, and we're going to hear more from him. Dominic Falicaro is his name. Never heard of him, but he's great. Jane Ira Bloom doing But Not For Me. Before that, Jake Fryer, Bud Shank, In Good Company, title tune from that particular CD. You're listening to Jazz Unlimited with Paul Anthony on Society Bites Radio, part of the Radio Ear Network family. Here's a young lady who I've seen in person. I've never talked to her, but I've seen her in person. She's a Japanese organ player. And if I have one criticism of her, is that she is so good technically that she plays everything at breakneck speed, up-tempo, even ballads. And you'll hear her here with some wonderful guitar work from Graham Decter on guitar, Jeff Hamilton playing some drums. See what I mean? She's pretty good on the old B3, is she not? Her name is Atsuko Hashimoto, and the CD called Until the Sun Comes Up. Graham Decter featured on guitar and Jeff Hamilton on drums. Well, we continue with our Mabeck Hall feature. This week, number 8. This is a fellow named Gerald Wiggins. Now, you haven't heard of Gerald Wiggins, perhaps, but he goes back so far that he played with Louis Armstrong and a lot of people from that era, all the way down through as an accompanist for Lena Horne, and done many, many things. But because he was primarily an accompanist, or a sideman, if you will, and did very few dates on his own, he was not as well known. He died at 86, fine piano player, Gerald Wiggins. Maybeck Hall, number 8, Gerald Wiggins, our featured performer. Next week, we'll be featuring Marian McPartland. You've heard of her. And we've got a special thing for you next week. We're going to be featuring her theme song from her program at NPR called Piano Jazz. We've only heard a snippet of it, like a little stinger on the show. We'll hear the whole piece. Short piece, but interesting one nonetheless. Miles Davis, when he was recording out on the West Coast and was transitioning from his quintets and, from John Coltrane and that particular era, put together a group which he